Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Just gonna test. Oh, I think this is actually a bit too loud. Actually, no, I think it's a bit too soft, isn't it? A bit too hard to hear. That should be better. That should be much better. Bella, alright. So. Okay, you got me this time. You got me this time. You got me. Alright. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be having a nice conversation while playing the... Nice Saturday night. Waiting for the elections to run out in Australia. You know, the normal things, the normal things. Just because, you know, we're seeing much more of the Guts content now in terms of video content and, not video content, dev content. What's up, Lone Rex? Hope you're doing well. That's all we can ask for, I suppose. You know, we live a life, and life is as life as it can be. It can be something. But yeah, I'm just want to mostly just talk about the Owl's gut systems, which is a tunnel system. In both what we've seen out of game from the devs, of course, and what we see in the Horde test and current Evrima. And this is not coming up. I don't know why. The mighty Allosaurus. Let us see. But yeah, it's been, yeah, I don't know. It's just how's it raining? What? What the? Allosaurus. Hello. That's funny. Wait, does it do? Yeah, that's funny. There's no. Oh, there is Rex. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was before. This is cool, I suppose. And the Allosaurus in there is. No, it's still there. The Generation 2 guy. Yeah, he's still there. Can you see better with the Rex? I wonder. Probably can't you? No? Oh, you maybe? Kinda. Not much. I'm kinda glad that Rex doesn't have a crazy color palette. Honestly. It's like... I don't know, I feel like too much diversity in the colors is just too much, in my opinion. But anyways, wanna have a look at Allosaurus for a second. Little fun little guy. Oh, hello. Oh, I got a Pattern B as well. Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, I might score this section. Not bad. It's pretty nice looking, honestly. Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. Well, honestly, not even a blue, that's bold choice. And there you go, you got a cherry blossom. Interesting. Alright, get me out. Replay, and boom. Oh, owie. See, this might be a bit more of a chill stream, seeing as I like to stream at very good times in the day. I'm here, if I want to be here. Oh, I got DLSS as well. Get me out! Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Please don't pick up. There's background noise and it's really loud. Kinda. I don't think it's picking up. Hopefully it's not. We'll turn your DLSS off. Turn you on. Have to turn you down. I mean, I don't really need to get my character at West Access, I suppose. Just to be a nice time. Oh, Fatal error! No! Alright, I got to now turn the R back on. Thank you, Fatal error. Zerato is finally getting some good changes. I had a look at them, and I'm not really a balanced guy. So I got really bad opinions. But I have a look at them again. It's got the... Oh, I saw the Salt Lick thing, which... Interesting. I suppose it's an interesting con that they brought to Salt Licks for Stratos. Although... Actually, no, that's not really a con, is it? Because Salt Lick does really nothing to Cerato because it doesn't get sick. Oh, well, do you really need to get bacteria as a Ceratosaurus? Hey, Pasquale? See, the problem is, I have a student. I don't know, letters are weird. Pasquale. I don't know. But yeah, there's some interesting changes. I don't play Cerato that much anymore. I used to in Legacy. So yeah, the Salt Lick thing was very interesting. Why does a Cerato need bacteria, or does, like, creatures who get bitten by a Ceratosaurus, do they get like a bacteria debuff? I don't know. I'm just like, what's the need for Ceratos to, one, use a Salt Lick, and two, drain that bacteria? Isn't that the whole point? You want to have a bacterial bite. You know, you're gonna get your opponent sick, basically. I gotta wait a few minutes for this. But then the RMB, reduced RMB hold time for Cerato is, I mean, that's a pro. It's a nice pro, I suppose. Made bacteria level decay over time. Okay. Well then, I mean, one, you've made it so bacteria decays. Okay, that makes sense. But then why do they need a Salt Lick then? I don't know. Only gains bacteria from rotten corpses, and only when not full. Okay, so you only get... So I feel like Salt Lick's a bit stupid. There's no need for them to use a Salt Lick, so why make them drain bacteria? I don't know. You can't vomit when full as a Cerato, right? You're literally a dumpster truck. Disable... blah blah blah. Yeah, so apparently it's just volcano guts as well. Coast blinds divided, I don't know what that is. Made Ceratosaurus slow down 10%. Interesting choice. I feel like that is much needed. I know the Cerato mains will be a bit annoyed, but I do feel like Cerato, from what I hear, is quite a game player. It's use stamina after the mouth display has been charged. I don't know what that means. Made Cerato charge by not end automatically. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's things that should be added. I don't know. Or like it is a step in the right direction. Or balance. We need balance, you know. Hey man. Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Oh, another fatal error. If they make it so fatal errors... I mean, earlier today, I was on the replay. I don't know why it's fatal erroring now. Dondi is out to smite me, I suppose. No! Yeah. Oh, we gotta do this again. Come on. Oh. Sorry, it's on the waiting thing because I was just idling. As it does. As it does. We're just gonna wait. I love waiting. Change settings. Node. Back to Isle. Hang Gotta wait a second, of course. Nothing. Nothing. A Triceratops. Yeah, gotta wait a bit for... Rudibacteria when a Ceratosaurus bites you. I'm supposing it is that. But honestly, I have no clue. I'm terrible. As much as I like the Isle, I just don't like playing it much because it's just not there yet. I used to play a lot in early Avrima, like release Avrima, well, post original update, Rico, like the update, the first update, because it was unplayable. 2, 3, 1, 2, no. Two, three, 1, 2, 3. Interesting. I'm curious though. This does say. Pretty sure this one is SOS. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. It's weird. That's not really saying SOS though. 2, 3. No, it says something else. Yeah, I'm just curious on how the UI update will change little things like that. Are they deleting them? No, they're not. I don't think so. Yeah, it makes sense for the bacteria. To be fair, I haven't had a lot of things happen to me in the Isle. I used to play a lot on Update 3. When I played a lot on Update 3, I never... Even then, I've played so much of the Isle when it, like, on the early Avrima. I never had a Deinosuchus jump me. Only once, and that was by a buddy. Like, knowingly by a buddy. Oh, it is so choppy because of DLS thing. I have to turn it off. Ugh. You can't get it through settings, do you? So yeah, I think it's only right to talk about guts. It's gonna just change the settings. And I'll just give my first opening statements, because I feel like people who are maybe watching it through the video format, like, in terms of what would you say? Like, post-stream? I'm kinda a bit bummed with what I'm seeing here. I know that's like, oh, well, you don't judge a book by its cover, especially you don't judge a book by an unfinished cover. Because, let's be honest, a lot of this is unfinished. And therefore you can't truly, realistically go over this. It's just not fair. It is not fair to the devs or anyone. But yeah, I think just right now, I just am not a huge fan right now of what we're seeing. There's so much of what we're seeing that we just don't understand, I suppose. Like, okay, is this a guts tunnel? Yes, that's a guts tunnel. But is this a guts tunnel? Of course it's a guts tunnel. It's the exact same model. But is this a guts tunnel? It uses one of the tunnels we've seen for guts. And it uses the entrance for the guts tunnel, but it's not guts, really. It's just a passageway through there. But then again, of course this is coming off my own prejudice and wantings, and, you know, I want guts to be a crazy labyrinth of, like, interconnecting spider webs. You know, when you see a spider web, you don't just see 3 lines. But then again, say, oh, well, look at the volcano. The volcano is truly that is guts. They said that's guts. You got a volcano, that's what they said about guts. That is, you know, the volcano guts. As much as it might not be a proper volcano or anything, it's a guts at the volcano area. So I'll just oh, what is this? Oh, that must be a modular. Is it for? Yeah, it is. Yeah, for this. Where is the volcano? Here it is. I do like this area though. This is really nice. Gives me Avatar vibes for some reason, not the animated one, the movie. We come into here, and you see this. It's like, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is quite labyrinthy. I get really confused by the layout. because it is a lot. It is like, this is what you want Guts to be, I suppose. But then at the same time, there's a few issues with this. Like, I have to be vocal about this somehow, because one is just stress relieving. I don't mean anything negative in a negative way. Like, it is very, I don't know. It's just something that I just feel like, this is fine and all, but this is not what we originally were told about with Guts. You know, Guts were these gigantic tunnels that, I wish I had the concept art on hand properly. But this, I don't know, this tunnel doesn't scream, it screams a bit, like claustrophobic, I suppose. Like, if you go in here without night vision, which is what the humans would be doing with, this is great and all, but it's very simplistic. It's not big. I feel like big, the artwork for big was, I don't know, felt more claustrophobic, to be fair, because you're so tiny. And of course, this is back when monorails were supposedly supposed to dominate the map, which seems to be not the case anymore, which is a bit of a sad thing. So I just feel like there's an area that maybe I'm blabbering. And maybe like, oh, come on, this is a very small tunnel between a modular place that isn't even finished yet, with some sort of things, and you know, this is like nowhere near the final idea in a random, well, not really random, but like, supposedly there's gonna be so much more. Things though, I don't know. Maybe I am going a bit on a show here, but I don't know. I want all of these routes to connect. I want Labyrinth. I want the Guts to make sense. I want these pipes to make sense. Mate, it's the thing is that what I'm asking for is for so much effort, which does not need to exist. Which is just so much effort for a video game that's an indie game. And even then, indie games, as much as they put in a lot of, you know, effort into it. Big like the Swamp Tunnel, I'll show you, okay? Not the Swamp Tunnel. Swamp Tunnel does not. Swamp Tunnel is not that big, trust me. All the entrances are the same size. They're either one tunnel or two tunnels. And that's not what I'm imagining. We came onto the idea that Guts was going to be this gigantic, just tunnels. I mean, realistically, all we thought of Guts was just tunnels with some caves, you know, going through. Because, you know, play it like in Minecraft. If you build a tunnel, chances of you going through a cave is pretty high. But of course, you know, you need to see it to believe it. Where is the artwork? Hopefully I have it on hand. I do. Alright, perfect. Alright, put it here. I don't know if you could hear me there for a second because I had to go into another screen. Oh. It's not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to break down this. Boom. I'll give you a... Ta-da! Oh, small. And I'll put you in roughly like that. It's not centered. But this was an old monorail tunnel. This is like, you know, this is Guts. This is when we knew Guts was just monorail, like basically monorail or vehicle, just generic vehicle tunnels, just those. And but this doesn't look big. The monorail trails are so small in the game. This is you. Monorail, you. Either this be gigantic monorail, or monorail there. You are so small. Tunnels that break into caves, and some areas either dug out for facilities or just built in the caves, in more open caves. Honestly, that actually, you know what'd be really cool? You see this, have you ever played Sons of Forest Pockets? Maybe, I feel like you probably are. You know, a lot of, you know, survival game, you know, 2 survival games. Of course, different types of survival games, but where there's a bunker you can enter, which then goes into a few tunnels, like actually, like, you know, cave tunnels, like not cave tunnels, cave-ish tunnels, a bit like a mine, like a, you know, mines. And you, with the cave, those tunnels, you keep going through, and about 5 minutes or 10 minutes later, you see a big, you come to the end of the tunnel, and it's a white, and you basically see a gigantic open cave. And then you see at the cave, like built in the cave is a facility. And that facility is gigantic because it's a gigantic cave, wide open cave, underground, many, kilometers down below. And then you see, this really contrasting white building, and you're like, wow, that's crazy big, crazy design and everything. You're like, wow, wow. Hey, Hawkeye, or Hawkeye. I actually don't know how to say your name properly. I used to say Hawk or Hawkeye because Hawkeye, Hawk. I don't know. Forgive me. English is my first language. It is hard to speak the language I am native to. Okay, it's a hard language. Okay. But I'm just talking about guts. My opinion on guts. But honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Of course, you can't just make all this white area caves. One, that's stupid. And two, that would take so much performance away because, no one's ever going to see it. I mean, that's why, if you look up, they are actually technically built in the caves, in terms of lore. Yeah. I think most of the caves... I think there's so many caves in that island. I have a feeling some of them are natural, some of them are half natural. In Sons of the Forest. But even then, Hawkeye. Yeah, okay, Hawkeye. Hawkeye. But yeah, it's still though. It's like, wow. And you can't reach it. It's got like an invisible wall, which I was like, oh, that's a silly design. I don't like invisible walls. To be fair, cough guts. Get the wall out. I want to go through stuff. I think this is the one that you can go through. No, you can't. But honestly, that's a fair opinion, man. And I really want to... The thing is, though, I'm going off this of a replay experience, and replays are probably the worst way that you can experience things. And you know what? Dondi is absolutely correct when he used to say, I don't want replays and people exploring things through replay. And I think you should disable replay through HT. And I know, I was like, that's hypocritical, man. You're the one using it the most, technically. No one knows about the replay filter, and yet I know about it, and I really am annoyed. I want to turn it on, but I can't press this and escape if I turn on replay filters. And there's nothing that's been added. I feel like both designs could really work. Like, we just go, just go. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Like, this could work. I just feel like, one, there's two things they need to fix. Not fix, work on. Lighting in these areas. And maybe just one thing. Lighting, I suppose, is my big issue. Because these are not lighted properly. I feel like, which obviously is going to impact my, feelings, because this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right when it's bright. Because then it just feels like a long highway. If you've ever been on a highway, like an underground highway, this is what it feels like. It's not claustrophobic or scary, it's just a long highway. I just kind of feel like also the bendy highway, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of these little tunnels being very, very, very long and bendy. One, it's very, like, why would you do that? Think about it realistically. There's no point you should really be bending your tunnels. Do you see bendy tunnels in, when you go in an underground tunnel? In most of my tunnels, my tunnels, I own these tunnels! In most of the tunnels in my city and around Australia, they are bendy, but it's like the curvature of the earth. Everything is technically curving, but it's not immediate curving. This is very immediate. One thing, it's going to be really annoying for trucks and vehicles to actually work here. Second thing, how are trucks supposed to go through? I mean, maybe they're not supposed to go through these. Maybe there'll be bigger tunnels. I mean, there probably is. Like I am thing. Some pit stop areas of that road would be better. I mean, I suppose there will be, maybe. The thing is, I don't know what their plan is. Because we've seen their plans change over time. Because, like, as I've just said, the monorail stuff. Hawkeye, or Orkey, no, I want to say it properly. Hawkeye. Thank you, Hawkeye, for stopping by, and everyone else. Yeah, monorails, and we know things have changed and stuff like that, and that's just Dondi and the team as that happens. Another thing I have as a bit of a gripe with this has got the hub, this has got the industrial hub, clearly not finished yet, of course. It's not much of a hub right now. Well, it does have some aspects to it, which is pretty cool. Like, a little bit of these pathways are really nice. Like, this is cool. I feel like it's a bit useless having a ramp here. I don't know what's coming through these doors. Maybe a Segway. I don't know. I mean, this is not really disabled. Helpful, anyways. Curves could be there to counter guns. I mean, in a gameplay design, I suppose it could work. I'm no expert, but couldn't there be parts underground that are harder to excavate due to geological reasons? Well, geologically speaking, from what I can remember, of course, I feel like there would always be, maybe they have to be bendy because things like that. But realistically, always best to look at the real world. And you don't see a lot of immediate curves, of course. I don't live everywhere, so I don't have the everywhere experience. I've been to many places, but that's over many years, so I'm not the most reliable cookie in the bake. And this is straight though. I like that. No, I don't mean that in a bad way though. But yeah, it could be a gameplay design. I'm getting two ideas thing. It could be geological reasons, but usually you have layers of the earth which are generally the same. It's like a pizza, no, it's like a cake. Hey, Tamim. What did you find? Nothing, not really finding, just discussing mostly. There's a lot of rocks on top of these modular corners. I feel like they're just using these too much. I feel like they need to make more modular stuff, because I feel like this is horrendous. I don't like this at all. I know this is supposed to be just like them playing around with, well, not them, Visual Tech and Jace playing around with stuff. It is funny though, they have the rocks. The tunnel could be a placeholder of each of the pieces. Which pieces do you mean, Pocket? Holy wow, what is this? This is underground the volcano. To me, I know there's gonna be a bit of latency. It's probably gonna take 30 seconds for me to respond in, when you're watching this. But this is underneath the volcano. Not only does the volcano have caves, where are the caves? I think the caves are literally here, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, you know about the caves anyways. No, not here. Not here. Not here. Oh, I'm getting this really badly. They have caves. I'm just being very silly. Yeah, here. Not only does it have caves, it also has guts far, far below the pits of Tartarus. I think my biggest problem with the Isle is not knowing, and I feel like that's kind of the human condition. We've seen the caves, but the base is new. Yeah, exactly. And the Guts hub that we've seen, which is specifically this one, which is actually connected to a thing properly. This is... This... I don't know if you can actually walk through here. You can't, no. But this was half done last patch, and now it's actually fully done. Imagine having a train track set with a different piece of straight and different angle tracks. Honestly, I would really love... I mean, I wouldn't mind a variety of tracks and stuff like that. Have big guts, have small guts, medium-sized guts. But yeah, I'll just say it so I don't get distracted. But my two biggest issues, I feel like, with guts outside of a bit of too much curves, is a lot of these areas don't make sense. I mean, that doesn't make sense. This is not accessible though. That's the thing. They talk about it, but it's not accessible. But a lot of these places just do not go anywhere. I mean, sure, not everything has to be movable, but some of these places just don't align with things. Like, a lot of these interior buildings, actually, interior parts too, the hub does. Which is always nice. I want things to connect. Feels like it should be like that, but it, you know, sometimes things aren't. And some of them are, some of them do. And I'm not really helping my case here by not finding any evidence, am I? No, I'm not. Oh, I haven't noticed this bit. Oh, what? Oh, it's this little thing here. Nice. This, okay, maybe I'm being stupid. Because last time I remember I looked here like a few hours ago. It was very, like, oh, some of these things don't think. Maybe it's not part of the hubs. Maybe it's actually guts. Like these tunnels. Maybe? Yeah, no, maybe I'm being silly. Okay, maybe. One thing I don't like then, so don't talk about that. Actually, this is cool though. If anyone's seen this or not seen this, this is just sick. And there's a light here as well, you might be able to see. Might be accessible if Terra is in, but I think with the new waterfall in the underworld, access was removed. What do you mean the underworld access? I'm not really good with terms. So, please explain, Buckets, please. Do you mean, not too sure. Oh, I don't like this song. Sorry, lineage displacement. We have this, which I'm pretty sure is accessible. No, wasn't one of them mildly accessible? Maybe I'm BSing, maybe. There was a way to get Terra under the map and fly around as Terra. Oh, okay. Fair. Oh yeah, true. I don't know. Probably. There's always little bug spots on the map, I suppose. So probably there is if you try hard enough there. There's always when you have a will, there's a way. H6 and it was closed. In H6, really? Okay. That's cool. I mean, not really cool for the devs. Because, you know. But yeah. Yeah. No, I am BSing for. This area is actually pretty cool, though. Yeah. Oh, actually, fun fact. Elevator has elevator model inside. Like, it's actually got a thing in it. Not the door, though. But it's got a button on it, which is cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonder what... if that's real Braille or not. I don't know. I don't speak Braille, man. Oh. Although I kind of do wish... okay, maybe I will say it. But I kind of want these doors to go where, like... I know not all of these doors will be ever usable in the future. Like, I just go nowhere. So it'll just be, you know, emptiness and you won't be able to open it. But why have it there, I suppose? And maybe I'm just making an argument for the sake of an argument. Why? I know this would all change in the future. You know, this may not be where it is or... things will be placed there, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just, as a hope, I suppose. I think just a cautious little, you know, a little bit of a, you know, thing. But I do hope that they don't, you know, if there is a door, you know, if there's a gate, see this, if there is a gate, I want there to be a thing there. If there's nothing there, just make it a concrete wall. Just make it a concrete wall. Make it out of concrete. Do concrete. Have it a collapsed room. Honestly, anything that... honestly, Pockets. If I needed creativity, if I was making a game, I needed creativity, you'd be my hired man. Or hired person, I should probably say. Be my hired person to put some creativity in it. Because, you know, I'll just make it concrete! That's kind of a reference to Cat in the Hat. But concrete. Concrete everywhere. Concrete. But, you know... maybe make it a taped, maybe add some tape on it. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can. Maybe make this tape and say, hey, out of bounds and you can't enter. Or, you know, maybe you can see the bottom of a, like, bottom, oh, I'm getting called by my father. 1 second, my father. Call you back. I think we got dinner coming soon. But, you know, maybe make it, maybe maybe have a modular little thing. Maybe have like a, you know, let's imagine this as a side profile. You have like a little room that goes here to here and here, and then only at this bit you can see like maybe this is slightly raised up a bit, and then maybe it's a bit black here, like, you know, got the pitch black wall there, and maybe you can see a bit of a room that's maybe got leaks in it, and maybe some tape on it. Or you do what this did, like this place did, and you have the crushed, you have the collapsed room, the destroyed room. You know, this is all underground. Play with the theme. Play with the theme here. This is so sick. When I saw this, oh my god. I didn't say anything because, you know, when you're talking to yourself, you're not really talking, I suppose. But I was like, man, this is sick. Where's the electrical tape? Where's the tape? I want tape. I want the tape, man. And this is cool. I mean, this is a bit funny. But that's cool. If a room is built or added next to it, remove the collapse and it connects them. Yeah, exactly. And then, like, nothing stops them from adding more rooms. Nothing stops them from making guts. Pardon me, sorry, my goodness. Make it so you have, you know, if you... Honestly, I want the guts to be a labyrinth. I know that is performance crushing, but I believe in the devs. I believe in their, you know, they've sought out to do this. Do this. Try their best. Try their best with it. And make it a labyrinth. I know realistically it can't be a full-on labyrinth, like a full-on spiderweb. I don't want these walls. I don't want these. So guess what? You either do, as you said, destroyed, or do, again, as you said, and make more, connected there and there and there, and blah, blah, blah. Or you have a destroyed thing. I don't know. Play with that. Would be cool realistically. But that's a little dream. That's a dream. Another thing I really want them to do, and I hope they haven't forgotten, is, have you, any of you guys seen the old concepts of the... Taunty, we want the labyrinth, Taunty! I want the labyrinth, Taunty! Where is it funny? You are here. There's so many things they really need. Orky, I could talk to you about for years about, you know, little things like that. And yeah, it's the reality. I mean, but the thing is, when you think back about guts in the future, like when people think about Fallout 2, or, you know, it's a very specific choice of a thing. When you think about an old game from Xbox 360, or the Xbox, or the original Xbox, or the original PlayStation, or PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 3, you're never... I don't need to be recording, I don't know why I'm recording this. You're never really... When you think back of it, you don't think of it as this really blocky, bitty game that, you're squinting at. No, when you think of it, you think of this as this like 8K masterpiece, with the most finest textures in the world. Boom. But yeah, it's something that would be so... When you think of it in the future, it'll be great. It'll be great. But yeah, the reality of it is, it's not going to be crazy. I don't think it to be crazy. On one hand, though, I really want to know what Dondi wants with Guts. I really want to, I really want to know what Dondi wants with Generation 2s. We know zilch. Zilch, I say. Zilch on Gen 2s. Sure, we can look at the old Merc stuff from, 2017, but, or paint on the wall to show what level. Honestly, yeah, anything. I really would like a map, though. Like a proper Guts map. For... Yeah, 100% feelings can alter perception. Jurassic Gamer, hello again. Also, have you all seen Allosaurus? Yeah. It looks nice. I can't wait. I'm not going to play Allo much. Or maybe I might, actually. Depends on how good it is. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see in the future, for the future, I really want stuff like this. Oh, wrong thing. I'm pretty curious though, if Dondi is getting Jace or whoever's doing this, if they're getting them... Oh, hold on. Okay, this is not working. I wonder if they're getting them, whoever, to base off the tunnels off Why is this not showing up anything? Oh, that's why. I wonder if they're getting them to base off, like, the tunnels off, what's it called? Off, like, a map that Dondi has made or anything like that. I wonder. I really wonder. Or if it's just completely like, Jace, do whatever you want to do, and I'll see and I'll take, you know, thing, or somewhere in between. I really, really, really want Guts to have this green. I call it piss green because it's funny. More of this design. Because why not? I really like it. It's way better, in my opinion, than just having it as, you know, a simple, what would you say? Simple. Just white. It's just very boring. And what I've done though, is I've made the recent dev blog thingamabobby. What would you say? Thingamabobby. I made it a bit more green. I don't know if if it's any good or anything. To be honest, it's not really, because it's realistically you want each light to be emitting the tint, not Photoshop it all tint. But yeah. Anyways, I read you. Sorry. Your jump cake from 2017. But yeah, L3 Sector 1, Sector T, you know. I would like to know more about these things, because sometimes I just feel like, yeah, do they have a plan for it? Maybe they don't. You know? Because if we look at the Errant 291... Oh, actually, this would maybe something you'd actually be like, oh, what? Pockets. I don't know, because I don't know if you're that into the lore. But they do have this, I suppose. Which, if we have a read, I'm going to just turn this music a bit off. Sorry, Island Suite. We do have this, which is interesting. We zoom in a bit. Guts access route. So blah, 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 blah. I have no idea. And I don't really want to ask Dondi. This is 3 years old now, which is crazy. But, oh, sorry, my head's itchy. But I actually am really curious. That's okay, Pockets. But yeah, I am curious, though, if this Guts access route is, you know, if they have maybe some sort of thing, aim, direction they want to go for, you know? Maybe not. Oh yeah, the trike calls are actually pretty cool. I listened to it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then someone made a comment that it sounds like the War of the Worlds Martians. I was like, that's funny. I'm really waiting for, there's a War of the Worlds game being made by like a dude, I think made by one person or maybe a few people. You know, a small team. Oh yeah. Just like, I really hope Dondi wasn't BSing when he wrote that stuff. Because there are some interesting things that we've seen from the small amount of things that we have at the moment. Like, you know, fingers are always crossed. And yeah, I would love, you know, having things are great. Also, Windows. I've not noticed these. That gives me Portal vibes. Like being seen from above. Like these just feel like, that's actually really cool. Like, that is actually like. I like that one light being on. That's really nice. Just tint it a bit green, please. I know it's unrealistic. Realistically, you don't get green tints. But it's just cool. Why should we care about, let's make things more realistic? It's cool, man. 3 AM. I know, I really stream at bad times. Jurassic Gamer, it's been really nice. See you later, man, and good night. Good night, man. Or dude. Or dudette. Or whatever. Good night. Enjoy your time, you know. C'est la vie. And ciao. In Maltese, we say il leil tayeb. Just means good night, which just means night, the good. Anyways, nothing about that language. Or just a bit of moss mold green from the age of that. Yeah, true. Yeah, like a bit of moss. I mean, it'd be really unrealistic that moss would and mold would grow over it. But hey, you can just like say that's like reminiscence of the Mendes vine, the Mendes strain or the Metallivore strain. I don't know. You could make some BS up, or just say they really wanted green lights because that would, you know, was more pleasing or whatever. You know, something interesting like that. You don't have to make it you don't have to give reason for everything. Sometimes people just do it for what they do it. Or maybe they'll say, well, it was cheaper for this. I don't know. Whatever. This is cool. I like that. Rocks are cool. You never look up. But when you do look up, you realize, wow, this is underground. I really want... Because once this is Guts probably in, you're not going to see, you know, what you're not supposed to see. You're going to see what you want, what you have to see, what they want you to see. And if you look like this, turn that on F10. That's pretty cool. Make it a bit more darker, in my opinion. Just an old light. And yeah, you can just say this is an imaginary... You could honestly just say, okay, you going as well? I don't know. I don't know what time it is for you guys. It might be late for you as well. Pretty sure you're Americano. If not, you not good night then to you. You can just say it's a aisles type of light, and just say that, you know, the glass that they used just got really old, or they bought just a bunch of old light bulbs that last a while but they turn green ever so slowly. You know, there's so many BSs that you can give that, you know, being me as a person who worked in lighting for a year, or lighting in the theater for a year, although I wasn't professional lighting dude. My friend is, he would tell me everything. His dad's an electrician and he's working in lighting in theater, so he'd know 100%. But where's that gonna go? Huh? Where's that gonna go? But, you know, give some BS, or, you know, just have fun with it. You know, just say, well, who cares? It's my game, says Dondi. Are those, oh, they are in, oh, the red light. Where's the red light from? Oh, it's just from the thing. But yeah, that's cool. I wonder if this, I think as though the problem with modular is that, therefore this is on all of them. Is it supposed to be all on all of them? I don't know. I would like to know what this means. I would like to know what, I mean, something I really like, which is like funny. Not really like, but just like, oh, it's funny. Yeah, you could, yeah, honestly, you can do that. And we also know in the Guts hub, in the hub of the Guts, there is a little thing that if you go over here, is actually, it was like pretty funny. You know, it's got the fan. Look, it's got a fan. Just a singular fan. I can imagine this being so hot underground. I can imagine it being so hot. I don't want them to add a system where you die from heat, like a heat stroke. That'd be a bit annoying. So many windows though, so many windows. These are windows, oh, slightly curved as well. So many windows though, that's funny. Of course, you can't actually go through here and see these windows where they go. Yeah, fumes from vehicles could leave the residue on glass. Fog them. To be fair, yeah, as I said, and as you're going on with it, so many ways you could say. But yeah, I do want them to continue to go down that route of having it all tinted. Because they have said that the lighting isn't finalized. Which is, you know, I'm fine. I'm fine if it stays as it is. Just make it darker. Honestly, just make it darker. This singular little fluorescent. Is it fluorescent? I used to know these lights way better. This little light ain't gonna make this thing hold bright like this. This little light's gonna do very little. But, you know, this little light, this light could, this flashlight, you know, flashlight is a floodlight. This will flood everything with light. It'll work. But yeah. Also this, why? It's like, why can't you make it a room? Oh well. Those pipes are a bit weird sometimes. Actually, no, they actually, Visual Tech actually has connected them pretty well together though. Because in the dev blog they were not very connected. Not very connected. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So I'll just sum up, I suppose, what, yeah, I'm feeling like. I feel like Guts is a cool thing. We just don't know much about Guts. So as me as a person who worries a lot, maybe I worry a bit too much. Maybe. Oh well. As a person who worries, maybe I worry a bit too much, so... But I like worrying. It tells you that you're alive. But it is... There should be caution. We should always have caution. And we're seeing this game being built brick by brick. We're not seeing the final result. We're getting a horde testing. We're getting things that are being done, like literally in live, you know. This was half done a few weeks ago, and now it's fully done. Of course, this actually was finished, like, Visual Tech had designed it all, you know, about in November. But they're being placed in and put in live, and they're being worked. Things are being worked on, like the lab is being worked on by Visual Tech. It's been, you know, so much got done in a month, which is crazy. Visual Tech is working at a damn crazy speed. If Dondi wants to hear anything, if Dondi cherry picks what I'm saying, cherry pick this, Visual Tech is doing amazing. Give him a raise. Give him a goddamn raise. Jay says he's doing right. I don't know what he's doing. Is he making Spiro V2? Maybe he is. You know, maybe. Where's the goddamn window from? Where's the goddamn one of these, Dondi? Where's this one? Where? I don't know. Will we ever know what this means? Maybe. I would like to know. Maybe in the future. I want things to be explained. As a lore person, we are always fed last. We know we're going to be fed last for Guts Hub, because Dondi in November, October, whenever of last year said we were going to get new glance sheets, just glance sheets, maybe, hopefully not. Hopefully we get more than just glance sheets. You get actual lore documents. But it's hard for Dondi, of course, because he's a director, and being a director means you can't work on things like lore always. It's very time consuming being a creative. Creatives is such a hard job. I know, like, oh well, doing labor is much harder, you know, holding bricks, making houses is very hard. But you know, let's be honest, being a creative, it's a different hard of itself. Very hard. Still very hard, you know, all these different things. And soon we'll get that glance sheet being right there. Not actually there. It was right here. Pretty sure it was right here. Yeah, it was right here where the glance sheet was. But yeah. So hopefully we see things being done more. Hopefully we see things being added more. We see a vision. Because we're not going to be seeing the whole vision of everything. We're not part of the dev team. I'm not. And everyone listening most likely isn't. Hello, Dondi. He wouldn't be listening to my streams. I don't think he likes listening to our content on YouTube anyways. So why would he be on YouTube? But also connecting the lore with what can be put in the game. Yeah, it's a thing that we want. Not everyone really cares, and let's be honest, it's not a big priority. It, as I said, is the last thing. It's the last thing to be put in, and I'm happy. I'm fine with that. I'm planning to live for at least 10 more years. Hopefully, that's the plan. That's the plan, you know. Not a suicide thing. It's just, you know, life sometimes get a bit too hard, so sometimes you just gotta go to sleep. But you know, I'm planning to be living here and being here from the beginning. Well, I wasn't here from the beginning. I was here from the beginning of Primal Carnage Evolution in 2015. That's funny. I got PCE before the R came out. I just didn't like the R. Didn't like the idea of it. I was a kid back then, though. I didn't like survival games besides Minecraft, and Minecraft was kid aimed, not me aimed for the R. I mean, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Trying to blend the two things together. Sorry, I have to use my hand so I can't move. Trying to blend the two things together is the end goal, of course. It always is the end goal. I don't think Dondi has forgotten the lore because, you know, we know he has been writing document stuff for the, like, he's worrying about doing the bottom of lore instead of just making videos and stuff like that, because, you know, that is the, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to bootlick. I don't want to bootlick here. Giant crab, where is it? Where is she? But honestly, I trust Dondi. I trust Dondi will do the right thing. Do the best thing, do the good thing. Which is the end. It's the long game. It's the long run. It'll take some time. And whether you dislike that or not, oh well, I'm gonna be here to the end. Maybe I will. But yeah, it's been fun. Has been nice though. And yeah. Yeah, so I'll just sum it up again. Guts is not a finalized thing. The tunnels are interesting, and I really want to see the final product. In the end, everything just comes down to the final product, and we don't have the final product. And because it's all the final product, lore is also the final thing to be added to the final product. So, yeah. It's nice. And I can wait. I don't know if you guys can wait. Unlike you. Most people aren't really here for lore anyway, so let's be honest. I just don't like this. I don't like whatever this is. Get out of it. Get it out. Oh, that's crazy. It's an interesting shape, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Anyways. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dondi! Look! The game's not finished, Dondi! Dondi, look! What you doing, Dondi? Ruining the game with the law, with all these white crates everywhere. Yeah. Sometimes, look, it's just I can't say what I want to say because I can't say it properly. It's just tiring being a law person, but at the same time, I can wait. What's stopping me from waiting? Nothing is. It's just, yeah. So much to wait for, and it's been a year since our proper last law thing. I'm really hoping though that our next thing is big. But yeah, anyways. If not, oh well. C'est la vie. There's things. Jeez, Crane will always be watching. No! No! Yeah. Anyways. I don't know. So I just feel like recently I just feel like I'm blabbering too much sometimes. Yeah. Oh well. You have to hear it if you want to hear it. Why is there a random sound being played in the background? What the? One of my sister's toys have been like randomly playing. What is this? What is that? What the? What the? What the? What? Yeah. I see so much things for this game, which just feels really unrealistic. I would love to see a functioning aisle before things fell. But how are they going to do that? How are they going to do the animation? How are they going to get the voice act? Like so many voice actors and so many professional short movie type production with animation. That takes a lot of time to do. And a lot of money, which I believe they still, they have money. But it'd be complicated. I would love to see that stuff. But let's be honest. It's not going to be big. Maybe it will be a bit big. But if you just, I don't know. I don't know. Failing the one job, which is being a doggy dog. Can't we just appreciate the art for what it is? Can't we? I don't know, maybe. Right, back to Dawn Exploration 1! I know. Oh, I see. Yeah, they're doing the elections here in Australia. Yeah, so I just hope we'll see more in the future, which is always great. All we can say, we hope they go the right direction, and whatever the right direction is, who knows. But there will be a direction, and we'll just see where it takes us. Oh yeah, this was one of the places where it was like, this doesn't make sense, why? What? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I just feel like relaxing on stream, but I can't do that. Gotta make the stream high action and high paced and blah! But yeah. Anyways, let's get out of this damn place. Get me out of here, oh. There you go. Actually, let's just make this funny and just say F1. Oh no, I have to press F, Alt F4. I do like the wide angle camera though. I do like that. Soon we'll see more things coming up. I hope they do go the direction where little things are hidden, you know, and not just... I would like, you know, little things. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I hate being me sometimes. Because I make funny, I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense. Hmm. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Let's go on to the next one. Go to the next one. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll see more things coming. Day by day. Oh, not day by day. Week by week or month by month, sadly. Most likely month by month. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's mostly it for the R right now. Yeah. Yeah, I did the doc. Yeah. Were you there, Pockets? Were you working with us? Sorry, I can't remember everyone and anyone who worked with us. I feel like the only thing with having a scavenger hunt is that it'd be so hard to do. Sorry about Stace. Sorry. My goodness. I'm talking too low. I'm talking in my voice. I should be talking out like this. Now, I really want to see... I would really love another scavenger hunt. I wouldn't mind if it was simplistic, where you're just going from A to B to C to D to E, then boom. Then boom, boom, boom. And meanwhile, A, B, C, D, they all have little lore things. You were around, but not fully part of it. That's fair. I know it wasn't really sponsored. I mean, Pockets, as a person who's not fully lored, do you want to know these things? Like, not me to you saying, hey, you want me to put you into it? More so as a person who's not in the loop 24/7 in lore. Do you want, as a community member, to be given these things and announced at everyone? Do you want that to be a thing where, oh, here we have a scavenger hunt, try to find something, our first hint is Diabloceratops, and then everyone goes to the Diabloceratops video, and then they go to the description, and go to the location where the camera is. Or do you want it to be there where the lore community, or a niche community are doing it, where it's more, because I have two little voices in my head. No, I'm not schizophrenic, trust me. I'm normal. I'll be with you in a second. I'm normal. But I have two voices. One, you do the at everyone. You do the whole community. And you say, hey, we've got a lore thing. If you're not interested in lore, you're not. But our first hint, it's a scavenger hunt, but our first hint is blah, Diabloceratops. Good luck. Or a first hint, video. Or a first hint, description. Or a first hint, camera. Something that is not pointing at it, but, enough where you... okay. And therefore, you get the whole community. When I mean the whole, I mean everyone. Not the lore community, everyone. And then they get disinterested, and then you get a community made out of that. And then they start thing. But who knows how that'll work. Or two, you have it where it's just the lore community. And the lore community can spread it out, or not spread it out as much as they want. And therefore you get a team of people. This team being the whole lore community. Rather than it being random people chirping, blah, 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 you get people who are interested in it. But you don't get a wide array. You don't get super wide array of opinions, but you get an array of opinions. So the first route, you get so many people doing it. And therefore you may get the outcome of the thing very easily. Two, you don't really get that much community engagement. Once you get to a part where you're trying to find lore with other random people, most of the times you're not going to be closely nitpick with everyone. You're not going to be like, hey dude, what have you found? Oh, here, let me help you with it, blah blah blah. It's going to be every man for himself, and then little niche communities will be made first, or communities that have pre-exist will be forming together to find little things, and things like that. They do get hidden, they do get taken away from people. There can be times where people will not show things to other people because they're not part of their their niche. They're part of their community. There are times where in the stress testing, You know, there would be communities that would hide, like, that would, no, that's not, no, I'm bullshitting. I'm trying to think of something. I thought it happened in stress testing, but no, that wasn't the case. But you get people who will hide things from you, people who will, you know, not communicate to you because, oh, you know, too bad, find it yourself. Where if you have a close community who, you know, a literal lore community, you have people who are here, like, the whole point of the lore community is communal. It is a community where we are truly lore. Everything we see is either sent to lore cord or Isle cord, and that being either mostly always on lore theories. There is no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep here. When we found the thing, unfortunately we sent the video to everyone. Maybe that's a bit ironic and shows you what side I'm on, but I feel like, yeah, which I feel like there is a bit of competition. There would be competition. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? That's the thing though. Does Dondi want that? That's the thing. You don't know what... There's so many ways you can go for it. Maybe you want people to hide things from people because you want it to be... You want there to be... That's aggressive engagement, which does bring engagement. It's what movies are doing. Not in terms of gatekeeping information, but having that aggressive emotion. Like, I want to know. People are hiding things from me. Why are they hiding things? Well, I'm gonna find things myself, and I'm not gonna tell them. I'm gonna try to find it, and then you get more people trying to play the game. That's immediately, you know, they're not getting money from that, but that's engagement, and engagement is always great. And then two, yeah, versus the other side, which whole point of lore is to find more lore, and there can never be enough lore. And maybe it's a bit of a gluttonous based community. There's a lot of gluttony in, like, for information. I feel like I don't want to be MatPat. Like, I'm never going to be MatPat. I don't want to be MatPat in terms of content. But I don't want to be MatPat where it's, let's try to find the answers to literally everything. When let's be honest, not everything needs to be known. When we hear about the Targaryen, like the fall of Valyria, the doom of Valyria, we don't need to know about Valyria. We don't need to know everything about the first king of Westeros. We don't even know about the second king, the third king, the fourth king. Sure, we can get a book about, you know, general things, but we don't need to know everything. We don't need a TV show for the first king, then a TV show for the second king, and third, fourth. Maybe you can make a story out of all of it, but then you're just content farming. And I just feel like there's a point. But where is that point though? So then you just get a really crazy debate where is it? Where do you stop at trying to limit these things? Our discussion versus lore theories, yeah. Maybe it's, hey Don, we found this thing, we can keep quiet for a few hours, others to find it, and we can tell everyone. Look, I want to keep quiet about some things, like, as everyone may know, like some people do know, because, you know, Dondi does make it a bit apparent. He has sent things to me that I don't talk about and no one will ever know about, which slowly, you know, is shown, you know. And I feel like there's a little niche of the lore community, which Dondi does do that too. But I feel like in terms of the lore community doing that too, like doing similar, where they're not gatekeeping, but they're not announcing, oh my goodness, this lore thing is things, you know, oh my goodness, here's a thing that's going, you know, thing with it. And to be honest, I don't think people would care, especially if they don't, if the devs don't announce it. If the devs don't announce it, why would people really care about it? You know, besides us, the lore people. Which is a bit, you know, I don't know. Does Dondi want to get people interested in lore? Yeah. And one of the reasons why Dondi has sent things to me is because of my interest. And I think, from what I remember him talking about it. But because how I'm trying to get people into it. I'm not trying to, like, force people into it. But I try to engage with people about it. I don't like gatekeeping it. Carrot on stick for the non-lories. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, you know, get the bait. Gotta learn about the law, man. I'd still got the thing. Okay, so they still are planning the a thing here. Okay. As you can see, the atrium actually has changed inside. It's now nothing besides this one little plant with its little sister plants and that little plant over there in Australia. Well, actually, we know this place is going to be redwoods. We're most likely going to be redwoods, apparently, from what Don has told us. And oh, okay, this is still saying the same. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, there's so many ways you can take a lore scavenger hunt. Which, to be honest, I trust Dondi. I believe he will do the right thing, or at least the thing that will do whatever Dondi believes to be the direction he wants to take it. So if Dondi doesn't want to announce these things, if Dondi doesn't want to even tell the lore community about these things and just put community little Easter eggs everywhere that will therefore lead into scavenger hunts, he can do that. He can do that. Honestly, maybe he can get one of us, you know, one of the people he tells things in every once in a blue moon. That, oh, you know, try to hint towards, you know, there's something here, or maybe just plop something down and just hope for the best. You know, people then will find it in the future. Just mention, hey, there's this weird thing. Trying to see if people listen and start connecting the dots. I mean, Pockets, you've seen it in chat where like people randomly, like, you know, we, you know, me and Rumple, or however, wherever, whoever, get aisle discussion interested in lore theories for a tiny bit. You know what? That has actually led to a few people becoming more active in lore, and or maybe a bit more knowledgeable in lore. You know, it happens. Honestly, it's cool. I really like when that happens. I don't like pushing it. But if the things that happen, or maybe it just happens naturally, that's cool. That's honestly really cool. Yeah, there has been a boom in creators jumping into R recently. Weirdly, all of a sudden, I had two creators reach out to me, and another developer just randomly talk about it. I think because of Serato, and just like ask me. Two of them asked me like, "Hey, if I make a lore video, could you help me? Just like give general things, or maybe like point me in the right direction." Of course, these people haven't actually made a video yet because every time they said, I warn them, do it now. Maybe there will never be a proper time to do it now, but I feel like there are still things that need to be developed with lore, just so you can properly keep an audience engaged. Because look, maybe it's autism, maybe I have autism, I don't know, I'm not diagnosed, but I really have a fixation to IR lore. As you may see, I'm always on the IR lore theories. I may not be texting things always because I may not have anything good to say, but I am always there. I trust you. I am always there. I have a life though, of course. I'm not trying to be, you know, always there, but I'm almost always there, which is good enough, I suppose. Lead him into the bunker. Come here, my friend. Come here. Come into this suspicious-looking bunker. This very darkly lit bunker that you might have seen a concept of. Might have seen some concept art for, maybe, just maybe. Just come, you know. Nothing interesting here, I promise you. Teach them about the law. This is the law. But yeah. There's there. Yeah. It will be cool to see in the future. It's been 5 years already though, so it feels like it's kind of dragging out. But I can wait. I'm fine with waiting. It's cool. And I have a life. I have, you know, people to talk to. I talk to people. Doing stuff and living. Everyone's living, I suppose. Won't be the end of the world tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah. Yeah. I'm cool. Everyone else is cool with it, hopefully. But yeah. But yeah. Sorry, my eyes. Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, the law makes a man talk sometimes. And sometimes a man talking is good enough. It's good enough, sometimes it's not. Yeah. Remember I was flying around as a pteranodon where the one that was saying base would be in northwest, just for the heck of it. Are you talking about the one near... Oh wait, no, northwest. Are you talking about the concept art that had the underwater base? Or are you saying that you want there to be underwater base? Sorry, I'm not really understanding your quote, your message, sorry. Yeah. Things are happening. I would be very interested to see how it would go on if Dondi hired a person to do lore. Now, someone brought it up, I think Serrato or someone brought it up to Dondi, and Dondi said no. And I said no. I don't want to be part of lore. It would ruin the surprise of everything. And it ruined the magic, I suppose. But I wonder if Dondi would ever consider hiring like a writer, author, you know, someone who would put on contract to and just write just a crap ton of lore stuff, because he's written he's written like 60 plus pages of a document, like properly, like a lore, like foundational base stuff. We know that. You know, he's got a timeline and like lore descriptions and lore terms and stuff like that. I'll try to find the quote, what he said specifically. There was a map at one point. There was a map at one point saying where locations were. Oh, yeah. The leak. Yeah. You know who found out about that leak? Me. It's only about me. There was a Facebook post before stress test. The stress test Christmas came. So before people like, you know, generic people who were part of stress test were even able to play on it, there was a leak on Facebook, on a German Facebook outlet that said had a German guy check it. Are you sure about it? It's a checkered map? Pretty sure it's the leak map. Pretty sure you're thinking about the leaked map. Or you think about F5, the fake F5, the F5 that would never happen. Ugh, I get sad every time I think about that thing. F5. What happened? Where are you, F5? What are you? Are you thinking about this one specifically? Thinking about this one? Lines, chords. Or are you thinking about this one? This one. I'm trying to find the quote, but don't worry. This one. Oh no, that's the version I did of it. Not that one. Okay, not that one. Are you thinking about this one from the Diabloceratops video? Or are you thinking about a completely different map? Like, not Gateway. Which could be the case. Thinking about this one. Let me bring it up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not? Right, there you go. Boop. You're thinking about this one. Thinking about this one from the Diabloceratops video. That one doesn't have anything on it. But, yeah, I don't know. Has F5, but where is F5? Because those are the only two maps we have of Gateway. An old league map from 2022. The middle of 2022, or late-ish 2022. Yeah, those are the only two ones that are relatively official. The leak one, we don't really know who made it, but it had to have been a dev because this is before Gateway was even out to the public. But not the same. Was it the one that I recreated? Maybe? Could be? Or are you thinking northeast? You could be thinking northeast, not northwest. Because if you so, that is my fault. Because E18 or E18 was an underground base near where the port is now. Where the port is now. It could be the case. I wrote E18 there because that's where it was, underground, and we thought it was going to be another base. But it wasn't. It's actually a port! What the heck? Could be that one. Potentially. Yeah. Just now a port. Over this way. Do 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 do. Once I get there, so of course. There are actually remnants of E18 though. So it could exist, maybe. 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 I remember there used to be a fence on top on the side there. I really liked it. I don't know why they removed it. It's cool. La la. La la la. La la. La 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 la. La la. Where are the points? There it is. Oh, actually, I should check this. Just in case. Just in case. No. No, where are you? Yay. Oh, it's still the same. You're still the same old Spider-Man. I didn't expect much anyways. I am going crazy, or has the map images or gateway suddenly rotating? Maybe you might be schizophrenic, maybe psycho, maybe psychotic, maybe. I don't know. Because the gateway map from Diabloceratops and the leaked one are the same rotation. But maybe it has changed, maybe? I don't know what map are you referring to though, that you think has changed. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm going to the place then. But yes, blah 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 blah. Da, 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 da. It's right over here, E18. Under here. Ooh. Right here. Okay, this is the remnants of E18. Right here. Yeah, very different. Much more, a bit more flatter. I wonder if it's going to be anything though. I wonder, I have to wonder. What is this for? Oh, that's weird. Yeah. As they say in France, when in Rome. Yeah. The QR code. Yeah, I feel like that should be it. I have dinner ready now. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe pockets. Maybe. I'm not too sure though, that's the thing, I'm not too sure. I don't think it has though, in my opinion. I don't think it has. But maybe? Maybe. You ever just search up Gateway and see if like if it actually has on the Gateway maps. Gateway. Isle. Maybe. Because there was that one stretched one, but it was the same angle. If you look at the leaked one, that's from 2022. That one is still that left to right, you know, southwest to northeast angle. And then the Valnona one from ages ago. And then we have Isle maps. Why is there a red in it? Oh, it's a watermark. Interesting. Yeah, the Diabloceratops one, which is that direction as well. I feel like you might be on some stuff. Pockets. Just might have a feeling. Just might. Sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't joke about that stuff. Firm and serious. Might need to, yeah. Coming in a second. Alright. Anyways. I'll now end the jolly old stream. So yeah, there. So anyways, that was maybe a bit too many blabbering. Oh, one second. Yeah. Had to scream. Ha ha ha, screaming about, just wait a minute, wait a minute. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been really good. Thanks, Pockets, for chatting. It's always nice. It's always nice. It's always good to have someone conversate, and it's always nice to have someone different. And Pockets, this has been a pleasure. And you've got a familiar profile picture and name as well, so it's not a case where I'm talking to someone who I actually talk to on a regular on our call, and I actually don't realize. In this scenario, I do know who you are. I know where you live. I'm kidding. I don't know where you live. Don't get me, please. Don't know. I don't. Anyways. Ah, Jake. Yeah, sorry, no. Ah, it's YouTube. It's all stupid. Sorry. I don't recommend watching the whole stream again. It was a bit me getting sad, like, oh man, I really wish this to be finished right now. Yes, in a second. I've just said in a second. But yeah, it's been fun. Sorry, Topsy Jake. But it's been jolly. It's been nice. It's been good. I poured some music. Yeah. Thank you all. It's been very jolly. I'm not going to do what I normally do. Keep on talking when I'm supposed to be going and saying goodbye. Thank you very much. Nice time. You know, it's always nice to have a little bit of ramble. Get out of your chests, even though, you know, I just got to remember, this is not the final product. Pardon me, sorry. Thank you all. Have a nice night. Have a nice morning. Have a nice afternoon. And that encompasses the whole times. All times. Thank you.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
I'm having an amazing time zone.